Hi everyone, happy Monday. Hope you've all had a good day. Now today we are making not one of our recipes. So I'm going to put that out there straight away. This is not our recipe, so we won't be sharing the actual measurements. So you can find this recipe on All Day I Dream About Food. I'm assuming Erica put a link in the description. But it is on the website All Day I Dream About Food. She is an amazing baker. Like, her sweet recipes are on point. So we are making keto speculoos cookies, which is kind of like Biscoff.
So the story goes. I mean, if these taste like a biscuit cookie, why haven't we made them before?
So the little kind of tagline in the recipe is sweetly spiced, crispy keto speculoos cookies are a must-bake low-carb treat. Made famous by the Biscoff brand, these Dutch spice cookies get a sugar-free, gluten-free makeover. So they need to go into the oven, so we might get started. The oven is preheating, and in a bowl, we're going to beat the butter and the sweetener. So the ingredients that we're using today, we are using butter, sweetener, and then we're using almond flour, almond meal. We'll talk more about almond meal and almond flour once we get the cookies in the oven. Baking soda, vanilla, cinnamon, and the other spices are nutmeg, cardamom, and cloves.
So pretty standard ingredients.
The only thing we had to buy was almond meal, and that was just because we had run out.
Yeah.
So, with the butter, on her website too, you're able to convert from ounces to grams.
Yeah, so before I printed the recipe, you could change it from US customary to metric. So I think because, some of the butter and stuff was in ounces. But it gives you, so then I think with the almond flour and stuff, it was cups on the US customary, and then when it changed to metric, it gave you the weight instead of the
butter.
Hey everyone, Sue's looking forward to this one. Hey Leanne, hey Annette, hey Eleni, hey Jake, I think. Susan, Melissa, Cherie, how is everybody?
Jules. It's really soft. Have you had this out all day?
No, just this afternoon, but it's quite warm here today. Jules asked, what section in Costco will I find the cauliflower rice?
It's in the deli section, near the butter chicken. There's fridges at the back near the meat, and then there's cheese and where all the
dips and olives and that kind of thing.
So that's called the deli section. You will find it in there.
And then she said,
it's usually near
after that she said, hi. How rude. Hi, ladies. Hi, Jules. Cauliflower rice, most important. Hey, Yvette.
And
hey, Bronwyn. Oh, it's Carolyn. Hey, Carolyn. Sorry. Hey, Carrie. How are you? Michelle's looking forward to this one too. We've got a few speculoos fans here. I mean, if it's crispy, I'm going to be happy. So Dan is just measuring out the butter and the sweetener, and then you're going to beat it together, I think, by the sounds of it. So it said Swerve sweetener in the recipe.
I think she's pretty specific about the sweeteners, I will say.
But Swerve is a stevia erythritol blend. So I'm sure a monk fruit erythritol blend would also work, but not. I'm pretty sure it said not to use allulose or xylitol for some reason. I'm not sure.
So we now need to beat this for a couple of minutes. Just
Give
get
me that.
the butter out of the way. It's very, very soft. I don't think our beaters are fixed because the other night one of them went flying. So let's see what happens with this. So this will be a couple of minutes. It'll be noisy, so we won't talk. Okay, I reckon that was pretty close.
Ooh, that's fluffy.
I'm assuming that's what we're kind of going for.
Oh,
Okay.
Liz said she's Dutch and speculoos is my absolute favorite. I mean, am I saying that right? First of all, Liz,
Probably not.
I'm so looking forward to seeing how these turn out. Hey, Selma. Hey, Mon. Hey, Gavin.
Gavin! I met Gavin.
Did you?
Yep.
Gavin Lawrence.
I met Gavin at Costco.
Did you?
I did. Now, next step, beat in the vanilla and the spices. So we'll just add in some vanilla. Just a recap, I'm not going to be giving out the actual measurements. You will be able to find the recipe on All Day I Dream About Food and in the link in the description.
So what do you got in there so far?
So butter, sweetener, vanilla, cinnamon has just gone in, cardamom.
Oh, Faith loves these biscuits too. These better be good. A lot of people are writing on these cookies. All right, Gavin lives at the Spears Point. How funny. Josh says hi too.
Josh is the partner.
Oh, okay.
I met Josh as well. Okay, that was cardamom, cloves,
Oh, Michelle's brother-in-law is Dutch and his mum sold me on them. Few Dutch connections here tonight.
Feel like there's a lot of pressure.
Dad, you better do this.
A lot of pressure.
You better do these cookies right.
So, nutmeg.
Susan said, eternally grateful to you for your cheese sauce. Had a Christmas do here yesterday, and I am just chowing down on leftover cauliflower and broccoli with cheese sauce as I watch.
The cheese
Love
sauce
it.
is pretty good.
And I saw the photo of your mum, Susan, and it was beautiful.
I'm going in with the beaters again just to mix this in.
rattle. Oh, you can smell it now. It smells really spicy in here.
Yeah, this is going to be good if you come.
Eleni said, "Woohoo! The pressure's building. Don't mess up the Dutch."
Well, I'm battling with the equipment here.
The equipment's letting it down. Melissa said, "Love the share of the keto Christmas cheesecakes from Cafe, as I'll be in Newey with my daughters for Christmas." Oh, you have to go to Cafe, Melissa, if you're going to be in Newcastle. Have a chaffle. Also, Gavin and Josh, if you're ever in Newcastle, you should check out Cafe, and they have these really
like Macquarie people don't come into Newcastle.
They have these.
So that's now what we've got with the spices, the vanilla, the butter,
Ooh.
and the sweetener. So
it smells really
good.
Christmassy. What was saying? Oh, they shared some. I don't know if you saw, Dan, Christmas tree cheesecakes. So like they were green kind of swirls with sprinkles on them. They look very cute. What type of cookies are you making?
We're making speculoos cookies. The Dutch connections can tell us whether we're saying that correctly or not, which I'm sure we're not.
So they should be like those Biscoff type cookies. Crispy, spicy, like a shortbready type thing.
Okay.
Mum had a lovely time. That's excellent, Susan. She would have loved that coming out and seeing all the great grandkids, I'm sure. It seemed like a lot, 280 grams of almond flour. I was going to suggest you halve the recipe, but then it was getting too complicated. So we just might have a lot of speculoos.
It's a lot.
Yeah, I know. I thought that was a lot. I find American recipes always seem to have a lot of. No, like a lot. Like you always make a lot of things. Like if you make muffins, like 24 muffins. Like who needs 24 muffins?
Okay.
Whoa.
And by the baking powder. And the salt. Baking powder. Baking soda. Sorry, baking soda. And salt.
And we've got the oven on, I think it was 160. And we've got a baking tray with a silicone baking mat. And we've got some Christmas cookie cutters. We're going to have Christmas cookies in no time at all. Right, Dan?
Mm-hmm. So it said to beat this. I've got one beater, so let's see how we go.
Oh, you'll be right with one beater.
Now it says until the dough comes together, but I think I'm going to need to do that with my hands. So it says beat until the dough comes together, but I don't think it's going to come together without me like using my hands. I don't know about that. Yeah, all good. Okay.
How does the mixture feel?
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So now I'm going to divide it into even discs. Seems interesting to me. And then we're going to roll it out.
Right, okay.
So,
Do you want to roll over here? So we can
yeah,
see?
well, okay. Currently, we're going in with straight onto the workspace with parchment paper over the top with a light dusting of almond flour. Does it work?
Really? It's going to be interesting.
I feel confident.
Susan, the recipe's from All Day I Dream About Food. So the website's alldayidreamaboutfood.com.
An 1/8 to 1/4 inch thick.
And that will, once Dan puts these in the oven, we can fill you in on the renovation. I feel like this is the pressure moment. Hey Jennifer, how are you?
Should have done it on two.
It'll be okay. If you've got the spatula, you'll be able to.
How thin do you reckon we go? It says 1/4 to 1/8 of an inch thick.
What is that?
I don't know, that's what I said.
Well, how big's an inch? So maybe half a centimetre. What's 1/4 to 1/8 of an inch? About half a centimetre?
You don't want them to be super, super thin, I'm assuming.
Well, it's going to make it just more difficult for you.
This is going to be a lot of cookies.
I know. We probably
Might
actually what we
freeze some
could.
of
Yeah, I
the
was going to
dough.
say we could freeze some of the dough and then do it for Christmas Day. Ooh,
What do you reckon? I reckon we go with that.
Looks good. Let's have a look. I mean, it's just going to be stuck to that. I think the almond pepper's doing anything. Eleni said pretty thin. Say it, Eleni.
Okay.
Oh, she's got the Christmas tree. Hardest one. Okay, so Faith said half an inch is about a centimetre. So yeah, that's about quarter to half a centimetre. Anyway, the thickness you have done it is perfect.
Is what's happening.
So holding together, all right?
We're about to find out, aren't we? Oh,
Hold it down.
we have a Christmas tree.
Just do one. What other shapes have we got?
Bell, star, love heart.
Oh, geez, the angel's pretty big, isn't it? Definitely think we should cook the rest of these for Christmas Day. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I reckon. Just do this one batch.
Yeah.
Because I kind of want to get them in the oven.
Yeah.
This is going to be like a little bit time consuming. Right, I think you guys are going to be pretty impressed with this.
If I do say so myself.
They're like full Christmas trees.
Oh, the excitement of it all. Oh, I thought that was a dead one, but it's just the
Just the way that I
just that I had two either side.
I'll roll that back
How
out.
long do they bake in the oven for?
15 minutes, I think.
Oh, okay. They haven't been too difficult to make, really. I mean, no different than a regular cookie.
All right, look at that. All right, I will make.
Yeah, you don't have to do that now though. Let's get these.
You don't want at least a full regular tray of it? Come on. Erica wants out.
No, well, it's been 20 minutes already.
Yeah,
and they have to cool down.
Well, they were supposed to take 30 minutes to prep.
Oh, wow. Look,
Right on.
you're nailing it.
I'll make a couple more. Just so
Okay.
we've got a
Full tray?
tray.
All Christmas trees?
Yeah.
You've found your mould and you're sticking with it. Use that rolling pin 2 weeks in a row.
I want 3 more, so.
Why do you want 3 more?
Because then that fills the tray.
No.
Oh, God, you're so needy tonight.
No, I'm
Woo,
not.
woo, woo.
Wondering. Oh, Jen's come in for a little snack.
Okay.
Actually works all right on the bench. Do you reckon?
I wasn't expecting it to work all right on the bench.
As long as you've got some sort of spatula like that you can lift them off with. And you probably don't go too thin. That's probably where you get into. This is riveting.
Well, you're in charge of the comments. You don't have to be an idiot about it. All right, look at this. We have 10 beautiful Christmas trees.
Wow, they look so cool. Do you reckon they'll spread? That one's good.
Just out. What is that?
I don't know, it's like a bit of coconut. Got something in it. Just put the timer on. How long?
Bake for 10 to 15 minutes. Go with 10.
Timer on.
They will crisp as they cool. The amount that you get is dependent on how thin you roll them. So I was just going to have a quick chat about almond flour because it's quite often a topic of discussion. And I actually bought some from Costco today and it wasn't the one that I wanted. So I don't know whether you saw the one that I used all of, and it was all just white. So it's just blanched almonds with the skins are removed, and then it's ground up to as fine as possible. So the Costco almond flour is finer than the Costco almond meal, but not by much, do you reckon?
No, it depends what you're using it for.
So this is, and people choose this one over the Kirkland one because this is Australian. So some people like to buy Australian. But it's got the skin.
One before.
I don't know whether you can see. It's got the skins on there. It's got brown flecks in it. So that means it's got the skins on it. What were you going to say?
We bought the other, like that one from Costco before, and it wasn't almond. Like it didn't have the skins.
Yeah. So this was just what I could find
Right.
at work on my way, like around the shop before I left. The other constant debate is around the nutritional panel or the carbs on almond meal because it varies ridiculously.
And it doesn't really make sense.
It makes no
almonds
sense.
Are almonds.
So 100 grams of carbs, 100 grams of almond meal on this packet is 5.1 grams of carbs, which is a lot lower than what a lot of others would have.
Yes, because what would almonds be? Almonds would be higher.
So my recommendation, if you are tracking almond meal, don't just think because you're
Yeah.
buying the
People-
lowest
I know.
carb.
How
doesn't
are they
make-
different?
no.
There's no difference.
Track 100 grams of almonds. Whatever 100 grams of almonds is on your tracker, use that, because just because it says this is 5 grams and another packet says 10 grams, they're the same.
Yeah.
I don't know how they can be different.
No, I know.
Is that
Dumb.
just like
I know,
we
'cause
see it in the group all the
People are
time?
like, oh, I buy this brand
'Cause
because
it's
it's
lower
way
carb.
lower in carb. It's
Like
like it's all almonds. I don't
Yeah.
understand.
If someone can shed some light on, are we missing something? Because it's not water content.
No.
There's nothing else in it.
Well, so does it
It's
make
pure
does it
almonds.
make a difference blanched almond? Like, does the skin maybe have fiber,
More
which
fiber?
makes it
So the
net
fiber-
carbs less?
Is 8.9.
The only thing is where the blanched almonds, but that
I haven't noticed that it's all being blanched versus
No.
either. So I don't know. Also, someone wanted an update on out the back. didn't they?
Yes, Annette asked how the renovations are going.
They're getting there. The electrician came today, and there are now like lights and PowerPoints and light switches and
And you might notice we now have a blank, what used to be a light switch just above the almond meal there is now a blank light switch. Because that's not where we turn the lights on for out there anymore. But at the moment it's just waiting on some of the
floorboards?
last things to come for hopefully it to be nearly finished before they have their Christmas break.
I reckon it'll be finished.
And we just realised today, well, just right before this live, that the tap that we bought for the sink is too tall. So now we need to return
Thank
it.
God it's not the builder that picked that up.
Oh no, that
He
was
thinks
actually
we're-
me that picked it
He
up.
thinks we're complete idiots. So
Maybe just double wrap it if you're gonna pop it.
Yeah.
Lee said, we'll definitely check out All Day I Dream About Food. Are there other websites with nice recipes? I only really use your recipes. No, just our recipes.
well,
Lee.
obviously mainly use our recipes. But
There's lots of recipes with nice recipes.
yeah.
Lots of websites with nice recipes.
But the thing that's popular about Carolyn's All Day I Dream About Food is she does a lot of sweets, and they are like we haven't made. I think this is maybe even the first one we've made, but
just a lot
they
of
are very
baking.
popular
Scones,
baked replacement
breads,
kind
all that
of
type stuff.
option.
Yeah.
She's very good. She does some great savoury recipes. Her pork chops we've made, which are good. But she's definitely well known for her baking. I think she has. Do we have one of her books? I might go and get it.
I'll get it. You can.
Stay on camera, Coons. Double wrap this. So yes, we haven't met Carolyn, but we've spoken to her a few different times on chat and things like that. She's a pretty cool person. She's Canadian. She lives in Portland. So her recipes are US. So like I said, you can convert them on the website. Is there a baking one? I thought that's the popular one,
Yeah,
isn't
it is
it?
the popular
Yeah.
one. We've got this one, Easy Keto Desserts. It's a smaller kind of one. And this Everyday Ketogenic Kitchen, which is massive, very thick.
But I think did we listen to the podcast with her?
I
So she
did.
was on
Yeah.
Daisy's podcast, which is Keto Woman. A new episode came out on the weekend with us in it. But she did one with Carolyn from All Day I Dream About Food, and she was saying that she's not going to just keep pumping out the recipe books, but the keto baking one was kind of like her kind of big big one, and she's like, she doesn't really have much more to contribute, kind of thing. Like, she'll keep putting recipes up on her website, but I kind of like that approach.
Yeah. What other websites would you recommend?
What other ones? Well, we've made some stuff from Aaron, Fat for Weight Loss. He's Australian. He does gear his recipes more towards the American market for sure. So he writes them in the American kind of style. Who else do we like? Who else would we have made recipes?
Keto Queen.
Aussie Keto Queen. We've made some of Megan's before, which is Made Creations. We have some of her cookbooks. We don't really cook to a recipe very often, do we?
Only when you're doing this.
Yeah.
Or I'm making a recipe.
So if anyone has something in the next few weeks, next week we're not going to cook. We're just going to, has it been 10 minutes yet?
No.
Did you put a timer?
I did.
We're just going to maybe sit and have a chat to everyone because it's the last week before Christmas, and we'll probably have a break. Possibly we'll see how we're traveling. But in the new year, we need some clean and simple suggestions.
Yes, Maria Emmerich, another one. Yeah.
So Clean and Simple starts again 4th of January, goes on sale sometime before that. Do we know when it's going to go on sale yet?
A week before the 4th of January.
Whenever that is. And so the next few recipes that we do while the reset is on will be Clean and Simple.
I thought we weren't going to do any while the reset.
Oh, we weren't. That's right. Correct. Well, yeah, because we're going to do lives in the reset instead.
Susan, yes, you guys are reminding us of the recipes that we like. Nom Nom, which is G-N-O-M, G-N-O-M.
We've made those on.
Yeah, her taught. She has really good kind of bread and bread replacement kind of type recipes as well. She has lots of those. Like, we don't really have any kind of baking bread type stuff. That's not our forte. But yeah, Nom Nom does, and she has wrap, like a tortilla wrap type things recipe that is
How long
really
is that?
That's just 10 minutes in 5
I
seconds.
probably would have gone maybe a little bit less.
That's our oven.
Our oven just runs so hot. I'll wait for them to cool and then I'll try and get them on the cooling rack. And then hopefully we will be able to see if they're crispy. We may not get them quite cool enough because it says completely cool.
If you put them on the rack, that won't take long.
Every episode,
Christy said, I've loved watching you girls. I've just finished every episode. Great work, Dan. Love watching every kitchen cook up. The food is so delicious. Wow! Hi.
Do you mean every episode that we have?
Every episode of Dan versus the
I hope so. Don't watch all the old ones. They ain't good. Oh, it's hot in this kitchen. We've finally got some summer that's arrived today. Like the sun came out.
The sun did come out. It was actually a beautiful day here today.
So I don't think we finished talking about out the back. So a lot has kind of happened in the last week or so that feels like big progression. So the toilet went in, the tiles went in, the cabinet and the pretty much everything in that
tops, the sink,
in the laundry, everything's in.
Yeah,
it just needs a skirting tile, some sealing on the tiles,
paint,
a splashback on the thing, and some more painting. And that room's pretty much done. The middle part needs floorboards and like the skirting and the architraves and stuff to be finalised. Also, all of the outside needs fly screens put on. And then in the butler's pantry section, we the bench tops went in, the cabinetry are in, the sink is in, the tiles are in there. So So just the splashback needs to happen in there.
And
The drawers of the cabinetry needs to be put together because we don't have the runners yet. But
and
really,
a few bits of paint, and that part. Yeah, it's just like all the final little touches, isn't it?
Selma said, your recipes are great for us Australians. We know where to buy the products. The measurements are easy. It's our metric system, and that's why you guys are my go-to. Oh, thanks, Selma. Where's that?
Okay, Gavin said, definitely need some awesome cheesecake recipes. I bought 4 packets of the stuff at Costco.
From my recommendation.
That's actually 16 boxes.
Wow.
So not just one packet that had 4, one thing that had 4 boxes. You bought 4. Okay, well.
We have cheesecake recipes.
We do. We have a gingerbread cheesecake, which Dan made a few weeks ago.
Cheesecake fluff.
Cheesecake
delicious.
Fluff. In our festive
cheesecake bites. Delicious.
In our festive ebook bundle, there's a lime one that's really yummy.
We have quite a few cheesecake recipes because I love cheesecake.
What other
that
raspberry,
the one with the jam we made, because that
parfait one
is really delicious as well.
What else can you do with cream cheese? Cheese sauce.
Cheese sauce. You can make my
dip,
pesto cream cheese dip. There's quite a few different dips that definitely would be good over Christmas.
Like
that capsicum one.
Yeah.
Delicious. Yes, it's Dan's fault. I told you to buy 1 packet, not 4 packets of 4. We've got 3 packets in our fridge that we need to use. We'll probably make dips and stuff for Christmas, I would say.
Are you doing Christmas Day at your place with the new reno? I think you might have told us, but no, I don't recall.
We're definitely
we never
not.
do.
We don't really do Christmas at our place because it's quite a small place. And the renos will not be completed, the backyard and everything. So Christmas looks like my immediate family next Saturday, and then Erica's immediate family Christmas Eve, and then my mum's family, like my nan, if she's well enough to go, and my aunties and uncles on Christmas Day, because we do alternate Christmas days with our family. So it's my family's turn, and then Erica's will be next year, and that's normally at someone's house, or they've even done it at a pub and stuff before. We never did that one. No. Remember they went to Jules Tavern one time?
Oh right, yeah, we went there.
So we're just waiting for these cookies to cool. If you've come in late, I've made speculoos cookies. I've burnt them a little bit, to be fair. But our oven just I had it on 150.
It also was a dark dough because it had almond meal and it had all the spices and stuff in it.
Yeah, but I think we need to go with one of these ones that doesn't quite look as black.
Presumably someone could come and what's the word? Calibrate our oven.
Don't know. Maybe. So we're probably not that too far away from trying those. Does anyone else have any other questions or anything for us while we're here? What do they smell like? A little bit.
No, just smells like
Christmas.
Yeah, kind of like hot cross buns, sort of.
And a little bit. Michelle said, thanks. My brother-in-law is coming over soon. I will make him some, as he is now diabetic and hasn't had them for years. Gavin said you could try the bottom shelf if it's a fast oven.
Okay, that's a good tip. Thanks, Gavin. Good idea.
Aloha from Hawaii. We love Hawaii and we want to come back
how do we say that?
As possible.
Is that right? I mean, we're also going with an Australian accent. An Australian accent here. Is that right? Yes, we do love Hawaii. I know we were like, maybe that will be our first trip overseas post-pandemic.
Well, we're just so scared to book it in.
With-
Mary, what island is that on? I've never heard of that. Have you heard of that place?
No, that doesn't mean anything.
No, because we've only really been to Oahu. Oh, Selma's looking forward to the reset.
Woohoo!
So am I.
Selma makes
I'm ready
yummy
for it.
food on
Yeah.
the reset. I want to go to Selma's house for dinner during the reset.
Francis said, "Hi girls, why have you not used your Butte barbecue, Dan? There would be barbecue kebabs galore if I had that beauty." So at the moment, the barbecues are packed up while the stuff is happening out the back. They've all been moved out of the way. So the rotisserie style one, that I'm going to move them all back out after, like, around Christmas time when these guys have gone, because they're not going to be back for a month or so, whatever. So I will.
Yes.
I do want to do some
we should
cooking.
do that over the break. We should.
Yeah, because
Kebabs.
meat is definitely going to be reset friendly. So
Yes.
we can do lots of stuff on the barbecues, all the different smoking that I've got going. So yeah, there's plenty that we can try.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's just we don't have a lot of space in our backyard, and the builders are using it to, cut, whatever whatever they do. They have a lot of stuff that comes with them that I didn't realize. It's on Oahu. What?
Whereabouts? Because
Yeah.
we've been to the North Shore
Yeah.
and Honolulu.
And then that other place, what was that? Like where we went to Whole Foods, and then, because we did like a big loop around the island.
Yeah, we've driven around a bit, but we've stayed on the North Shore, right near Waimea Bay. Pupukia, yeah. And but we haven't stayed in other parts of Oahu much at all.
Yes.
Yeah, just
we would like to.
Yeah, we definitely are coming back. We want to go to Maui because we haven't done any of the other islands before.
Well, Helen's looking forward to the reset too. Gotcha. Yeah. We will be. Oh, cold? Try and...
No, just, do you think it needs longer?
Let's see. Yes.
Too soft.
I'll try this one.
I reckon they are going to be crispy once they're fully cooled. Oh, yeah. There is a crisp on the bottom. Oh, they're good.
They are delicious. They're yummy.
They are like a speculoos, like flavour. Bang on. And I can get the crispiness on the bottom. They're just not set completely. Oh, they are good. They will be
too cool down.
They will be crispy because
warm. Yeah.
There's I can taste the crispiness forming on the bottom. What do you reckon?
They're delicious.
Yeah.
Like
you need to try those.
Spicy, sweet, buttery.
All Day I Dream About Food is where you can find that recipe.
Delicious.
I
mean, I'm not saying
nothing more to say.
I'm not saying you couldn't tell it from a Biscoff. Like
no, well, it's completely different.
It's a very, very, very good alternative. Near Pearl Harbor. Okay.
Loved our video of the North Shore.
We love the North Shore.
All right. We're done. Next week will just be a sit-down chat. So please come with questions. Any questions, please come with questions. We will just have a bit of a chat and a catch-up. We haven't done a catch-up kind of chat for ages. So
no, we haven't.
We might just do that next Monday night at 7 for the people who are interested in coming along, because it's kind of Christmas, so people might be busy. But we will see you all next week. Thanks, guys. See you then. Bye.